Hey everyone, I hope you guys are having a awesome day. It is beautiful today. Um, came want to do a quick video. I don't know if it's gonna be quick or not. Hopefully it will be, because I've been receiving downloads all day, and I've kind of been excited about the downloads that I've been receiving. However, because lately I've been getting when I get downloads, or normally when I get downloads, there are warnings. There are warnings, and God sent warning before destruction. This one comes with a warning. However, it's a warning if you don't take heed and do what you're supposed to do. So I know earlier I had made a comment or a post because I was in Jamaica, and we had did the Dunn's River Falls where we climbed up the river, and I was petrified. I was really trying to play it off like I really was scared because I was like, it could be dangerous. I can get hurt. I'm far away from home, but God had told me to fast. He was because I just got fear out, and it's just like before I was about to leave out the room, fear just sunk in like nothing, like no other. And he was like, fast. You're gonna fast through this climb. So I did it, and you know, God gave me a revelation this morning or yesterday, about how all the obstacles and stuff that I've been through, the mountains, the hills I had to climb. Now I'm in a place to where um, I can be in a place where my enemies have no longer have access to me. Um, and basically, He will make my feet as hinds feet. Um, so, and that was exciting to me, or I was relieved because um, dealing with a whole bunch of warfare, dealing with a whole bunch of things that I really didn't want to come back home and face. But since I came back home and He gave me that revelation or that download, I was like, okay, God, so I can be at ease now. Now, later on today, God was talking to me, and He was like saying, in order for you to reap um, a full harvest, you have to be completely obedient. Um, when we walk in complete obedience, God orders our steps. So whenever I was doing that Dunn's walk, if it wasn't for me listening to the tour guide and the people around me, where we was helping each other and telling each other, "Hey, don't step there. It's a rock. I mean, there's a rock there. Like, don't step there. It's slippery there." Like, if it wasn't for us listening and paying attention, then we could have got hurt. For one, we could have got scared for two. But that God also brought back into my remembrance that um, when we are walking in complete obedience, He will order our steps, so He will protect us. Um, so I know in an earlier video I said that 2020 was the year of focus. 2021 was the year of strategy. 2022 is the year of manifestation. God told me today that 2023 will be the year of harvest, reaping the harvest. However, you have to walk in complete obedience to reap your harvest. If you do not, then that's when we're gonna get to the warnings. But um, and the things that can happen when you don't walk into complete obedience. So whatever you guys have been working on or trying to manifest in this year of 2020, you're gonna reap the harvest of it come 2023. I was really excited about it because I'm like, hey God, like I've been working on some things, I've been trying to manifest some things I've kind of been worrying about whether it was gonna be profitable for me or not to do, and I got my confirmation today that it is. So you always, you know, try your best to walk in complete obedience. If God is telling you to write a book, go ahead, write that book, because come next year you're gonna reap the proceeds of writing that book. If God is telling you to start your business, go ahead and start the business, because come next year you're gonna reap the harvest for starting that business. If God is telling you um or if you're desiring to be married, um God is telling you to go ahead and prepare yourself for marriage. When a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. So women, you have to always be already be operating in the spirit of a wife. Um, Man, same thing for you. Y'all already need to be walking in the spirit of being a husband in order for you to get what you need to get in next season. And a lot of us that are desiring kingdom marriages or spouses our favor and our blessings are attached to our spouses coming this next season. So, in order to get to a certain level, because you got to understand, when a man find a wife, he find a good thing and obtain favor. You're on a whole totally different level of favor. So, that's another thing that's going to come into fruition if you be obedient and do what God tells you to do. Now, when you don't walk into the spirit of obedience, it will cause you to miss your harvest in 2023. And actually, I'm saying 2023, but according to the Hebrew calendar, the 2023 was actually starting October. But in 2023, the regular calendar, it starts in January. So a lot of us, we might not start reaping our harvest until January. Some of us are going to start reaping in October because that's when our actual harvest will start to come in. If you do not be obedient, you're going to miss your harvest. If you know that you are desiring to be married or you're desiring to have a husband, wife, you don't do what God is telling you to do. I'm telling you, if God is telling you to cut off people, cut off people. If God is telling you to move in silence, move in silence. Look, in this season, God had been telling me, move in silence, don't say nothing. I went to Jamaica. I ain't hardly tell nobody I was going to Jamaica. Only people that knew was my god sisters. They knew. My cousin knew because I wanted one person at least in my family to know where I was going, and that was pretty much about it. Like, I didn't tell nobody. They didn't know until I got there, and I made a phone call and say, "Hey, I'm in Jamaica," because God had wanted me to move into silence. I had to move into silence this year. When you move in silence and don't tell nobody nothing, it's hard for the enemy to come in and attack something that he don't know. So if God's telling you to move into silence, move in silence. If God is telling you to work on yourself, when it comes to marriage, work on yourself. If God is telling you to cut ties with people, cut ties with people. If God is telling you to stop entertaining all these different people that you know you don't need to be entertaining, stop it. Because I'm telling you, it's going to block your blessings. You're not going to reap your harvest. It's going to be like you in a drought in 2023 because you're being disobedient. I'm going to give an example of me when I wasn't walking in obedience. Last year, I had a car. And I had two cars actually. And I was telling, well, no, take that back. I had three cars. I was telling God I wanted a new car. I wanted my dream car. God was like, okay, well, you need to let go of this Pontiac Grand Am. 2004 Pontiac Grand Am. I did not want to let go of that car. That was the first car I bought cash. I was like, I'm going to ride it to the wheels fall off. God was like, go ahead and get rid of it. Basically trying to tell me I need to make room for what I wanted. Hard-headed, didn't want to do it, want to still hold on to all these stuff. And even my cousin, she was like, well, how are you going to get a new car when you're still holding on to all these other cars? Should have listened. So by me being disobedient and not getting rid of the car when I was supposed to, I got in a car accident. I total lost the car. It wasn't my fault, but that car, I ended up total loss losing that car, and I ended up suffering some damages to my body, to my back, to my memory, because I was disobedient, because I didn't release that car when I was supposed to. Mind you, if I would have sold that car, I could have got more money out of that car than me holding on to it and wrecking it. So that was me being disobedient. But once I released that car, finally, or once that car got finally total or whatever, then God ushered in my new car that I wanted. But if I would have been obedient to begin with, I could have avoided the suffering part that came with that car, with me getting in that accident. I could have avoided that accident. So that's why it's always good to walk in the spirit of obedience. So be mindful. Do what y'all need to do. Harvest time is about to be around the corner. Manifest now, so when it comes time for you to reap your harvest, it will come and it will flow freely to you. And that's what we want in this season. And I just had to come get that word. It was a exciting word to me, but like I said, it's also coming with a warning. Because if you don't walk into the spirit of complete obedience, you guys, come next season, you will have a drought. And I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. It's either in this next season, you're going to be a completely obedient to God, you're going to be fully submissive to Him, or you're not. You're either going to be hot or you're going to be cold, because lukewarm, He's going to shoot you out. He got some things in store for all of us to do. Some of our assignments is attached to our next level, and you got to be obedient in order to do what He wants you to do. So, all right, you guys, this video was a little bit longer than intended, but I just want to come give that encouraging word, or give that word of what God has laid and download on me today, and I will chat with you guys later.